Hello and welcome everyone. In previous video, we have learned about variables and data types in Excel VBA. But here we will learn how to declare variable in Excel VBA. So without wasting any time, let's go to the computer screen for detail. So here we are in the computer screen now. As you can see, we have inserted one module and one sub also. Okay. So before declaring any variable, we need to know the restriction in names of the variables. So there are some restrictions in this name as like the module name and subname also. We cannot start the variable name with a number. Also we cannot use a special character on these variables except underscore. Also we cannot use any reserved keyword on this variable. Like to declare any variable, we need to start with dim as we have talked in previous videos. Okay. So dim, like if I type here sub as integer. So what I have type here sub. Sub is a reserved keyword, you can see. When I click outside, you can see a error coming. Like this sub is highlighted, okay. Because sub is a reserved keyword, that's why the error coming. There is error. We also cannot put like this, like 1a. We cannot start any variable names with number, okay. This is a wrong name also. We do the thing like A1. This is the valid name. We can start with alphabets and followed by number also. That is valid method. If we have multiple words like ABC and DEF, we cannot put like this with space. Okay. We can put a underscore only there between symbols. Okay. So this is a valid name like ABC DEF. So try to declare any variable with some valid name that indicates your purpose for this variable. Suppose we are declaring a variable to calculate interest rate, then we can declare a variable like that, interest rate. We can understand that this variable will calculate the interest rate. Okay. So let's declare our first variable. Suppose I am declaring like dim a as byte. So as we have discussed in previous videos, our first data type was byte and the range of the byte was 0 to 255. So here we have declared the variable like a. Now we will assign some value in a. To assign some value, some variable, we will type the variable name equals to value, like value is 5. Okay. So we are assigning the value 5 to a. Okay. And finally we will take output from the variable. So we will type a range like d5 dot value, just second, value equals to a. So in the cell d5, the value of a will be inserted. Let's try. If I run it with debug mode, you can see variable declaration done. When it first, after clicking on here, clicking on the step into, you can see if I put mouse on the A, you can see A equals to 5. Okay. And when I click on again debug, you can see D5 cell becomes 5. Okay. So according to this table, as we have discussed in previous videos, we can declare some values like that. That the range of byte is 0 to 255. So we can assign some value from 0 to 255 only to byte. If we exceed it, I mean if we cross the limit, then what will happen here? Let's see. If I put here like 500. So if I run it, you can see there is an overflow error because it's exiting the limit of the byte. In case we have a value like 500 to be assigned in the A, then we will change the data type from byte to integer. Okay. So now you can see there is no error. 500 inserted automatically to the cell with this code. Okay. So if we have long number, then we can, instead of integer, we can use the long, and very long number, then we can use the long. And if we have some decimal values, let's try with the decimal values. So for example, we have a value like 45.8. But integer cannot store any decimal places as we have discussed in previous videos. If we run this code, then what will this code do basically? it will round it. It will round it and store the value to the a, because a is the integer type variable. Let's try with also. When I click on run, you can see 46 came here automatically, because 45.8 becoming round. So if you need to store the exact 45.8, then we can use the single or double. So if I type here double, then you can see it is becoming 45.8, the exact value. So as per this table, we can assign any variable here. If we have some string there, we can make it string type data. Okay, we can do this same. If we are assigning wrong value with wrong variable, suppose this is a double type data and we are assigning a value like ABC in double quotes. So this is a wrong method. If I run it, there will be an error. You can see there is a type mismatch. Okay. So we need to assign the correct variable with the correct data. Okay. And one exception here, if we have variable like object, then to assign value in it, we need to type set before the variable name. Okay, let's try it there also. Suppose A is a worksheet. So worksheet, what is a worksheet? Worksheet is an object. Now we are going to assign sheet 2 into the A variable. Then what we will do here? So here we will type set. A is our variable name equals to sheets. So to mention any sheet, we have a method like sheets, and in between we need to put the sheet name also, like sheet 2. So here in the A variable, which is a data type of worksheet, we have assigned the sheet 2. Now we can refer the sheet 2 with variable A. Suppose we are in the sheet 1 and we need to put some value in the D15 cell of sheet 2. Suppose we are sheet 1. Okay. So we can write the code like this. A dot. So A is what? A worksheet. Okay. A dot range D15 dot value, just second, dot value equals to, just second, equals to 1, 2, 3. So what will this code do basically? Even we are in the sheet 1, if I run this code, you can see it executed. If I go to the sheet 2, you can see in the D15 cell 1, 2, 3 value has been inserted. So with this method, we can assign some sheet or some workbook or some object to some variables also. Now we will talk about the variant, the different one. If I go to the sheet 1, you can see the variant one. When we are not sure that our data is a text or our data is a number or some other data, then we can use the variant. Let's try with that also. So I will type here like dim B as variant. So what is the data type of B now? Variant. Okay. If I type here B equals to 1, then what is? It is a number type data. Okay. So before running this code, we will bring a window here. We will go to the view menu and we will bring the local window to watch the actions of the data type. Okay. So if I click on local window, you can see a window comes here. And when I go to the step into here, you can see there is a module 1. This is module 1. Okay. And this is the expression. Expression means the variable name. Value is empty because we haven't yet run this code. Okay. And what is the type of this data? Variant / empty. So while we are going through it, when the B code executed, you can see it is becoming integer. So you can see we have assigned 1 into B and the data type converted to the integer. But we can easily store the 1 into byte. So every time we are going to use the variant, it will assign the maximum data type of this range. Okay. That's why we are using so many data types here. Okay. So if I use here, like assign here like ABC instead of 1 and run this code, you can see now it is empty. If I run it again, debug it again, you can see it's becoming string. That means the B is a variable with string value now. That's why variant becoming string. So that was the basic concept of declaration variable in VBA code and assigning value into it. So that's all for this video. If you like this video, put a thumbs up here. If you are new to this channel, hit subscribe button followed by bell icon. And if you still some confusion about declaration variable, assigning value into it, write down in the comment section below. So we will meet in a new video. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing.